my God, I love mom's advocacy because they're the superheroes that we need. I'm curious, what are your opinions on homeschooling versus private school versus public school? Because
Mm.
you recognize that your son's learning pattern is different, and I wonder, yeah, I want to pick your brain. What are your thoughts? Because I know everybody learns differently, and what are the benefits? Or you take it from there.
Absolutely. So there have been some statistics that have shown that homeschooling actually does work, especially for students of color. Now, in terms of private schooling, I recognize and I'm fully aware that everyone can't afford, the price tag that comes with private schooling because it varies, in terms of where you live and where you like to send your child. In terms of public school, that was my bad experience that I had when my son was in pre-K. So I also don't want it to come off like I'm knocking public schooling. But for me, I feel as though with my son, I had to do what was best for him in that moment. And I knew that he was like his mom. He would not survive in public school. So that's why I felt like private school was the best thing that I had to do for him. Now, if I had it my way and I could have been a stay-at-home wife, absolutely, I would have homeschooled my son, or maybe I would have been in a different situation where I could have put him in a different school that I didn't have to pay for, shoulda, woulda, coulda, we don't know. But I do feel like you need to observe your child and give them the resources that they need. So even if you have them in a public school, there are free resources that are out there that can help them, just like there are paid ones. For me, when my son was like, when we went through the pandemic, I signed him up for varsity tutors and I paid almost $600 for that tutoring. But again, my son didn't ask to be here. So whatever sacrifices, I have to make, I'm going to do that because again, I want him, especially as a young Black male, to be educated. I don't want him to be passed along. I don't want him to, get a distaste for education in his mouth because that can also happen. But definitely pay attention to your child. In my situation, I noticed that my son had this knack for computers. He loved to do coding. He loved his video games, of course. What young man doesn't? And I put him into different programs that would help stimulate that. So my son is also in the NAACP. He's won a bronze medal for the app that he created. He actually has a competition, I believe it's next month or in the next month or two, to see if he will go for that gold medal. So